Hi guys, it's Robin here. Today we are making a lemon curd. Now, this is one of mine and Scott's favorites. Now, I am going to show you guys how to do it. This is like super easy.
What's special about this lemon curd?
Oh yes, I'm going to be using Splenda. Now, it does not taste diabetic, and I wouldn't bullshit you, because if you make this and then you think, oh, this tastes gross, it's not. It's fabulous. I had Scott try this the other day and he loved it. So I went and got a head start. You are going to zest 4 limes.
Lemons.
Oh, did I say limes? I have one here. I'm just going to show you guys. Now I use this big one, but you can use whatever you want to zest with. You can even use the big box if you want, but I have this, so that's what I'm using. So, now that all my limes are zested, I'm going to give you guys a good tip. Pay attention. While this is wet, or excuse me, while this is dry, and you've already started grating, make sure, rinse it immediately, or you're going to have everything stuck all over it, and you don't want that. So, next step. This calls
Can you just move the Splenda out of the way? It's right.
Oh, I'm sorry, yes. This calls for 7 eggs. Now, I put some in here already. It calls for 5 egg yolks and 2 whole eggs. Now, these, I'm just going to show you how I separate. Nothing fancy.
So you've already put the whole eggs in?
I did. I put 2 whole eggs in, and I put in 3 egg yolks. I just wanted to show them how I separate them, but it's nothing fancy. I sometimes use my hands, depending what mood I'm in. Okay, now we have our 5 egg yolks and our 2 whole eggs in here. And I have the zest of 4 lemons, okay? Now, I told Scott I had everything, and obviously I didn't. So, the secret, actually, let me get these lemons squeezed and then I'll tell you a secret. Now, the first time I made lemon curd, I was watching a video from a video on YouTube, and I thought you had to use some sort of thickening agent, because I didn't know how it would thicken, right? Like, there's no flour, no cornstarch. And when I made it, I realized the thickening agent was all the eggs. The egg yolks is what thickens it. So, I thought it was absolutely delicious. And I absolutely love this. And I think you guys will too. So, we went out yesterday to Costco, Scott and I. Did you have a good time, Scott?
I did.
We went to Costco and bought a big, huge bag of lemons so I could make this for you.
There's the rest of them.
Yes. I made this earlier in the week so I could test try this and make sure it tasted delicious, because I didn't want to bullshit you guys and say it was good if it wasn't. So, the next important part. Now, I will tell you, I don't know how to explain this. This is called a bain-marie. Anytime you cook something over a pot of water, it's called a bain-marie. You want to make sure to cook it gently. Like, you want a slow boil. You don't want a hard boil, and you don't want your water to touch the bottom of the bowl. This bain-marie will help cook the eggs gently. You want to cook them gently. You don't want a hard royal boil. So, sugar. Now, I use half a cup because I like a little more of a tart flavor, but you can use 3/4. So, we have everything in here: our sugar, our eggs, our sugar, our eggs, and our lemon juice. That is everything that goes in here, except for butter. I'll show you at the end. I mean, how simple is that? Now, you're cooking this on a lower boil, a medium boil, and this takes a few minutes. You want to constantly stir it. You don't have to stir it vigorously, just stir it for about 5 minutes or until it thickens. Now, I will show you what I mean when it's done thickening, but you will feel, as you stir this, you will feel it start to thicken. I mean, you basically want to stir it till you can put a spoon in it, and when you take the spoon out, if you run the back of the spoon and it leaves a path, a clean path, that's what you're looking for. But I will show you after. Now, I have a nice low boil here, and I'm doing good. So, I'm gonna stir this till it gets thickened. Okay guys, this is 5 minutes and it looks disgusting, really does, but we're gonna fix that. Now you will get some cooked eggs in here. It's inevitable. When you heat up eggs and cook eggs, the eggs cook, it's natural. So I'm gonna show you how to make this beautiful. So what we're gonna do is, actually, this also calls for 4 tablespoons of butter. But I'm going to show you guys a trick. I have learned that sometimes when you go to put even small clumps of butter in there, it doesn't always absorb well. So I discovered a trick. You take your grater, and what we're going to do is we're just going to grate this cold butter, and it has to be cold because when it's cold, it helps immediately cool down your lemon curd. And I was saying to Scott the other day, I kind of discovered this, so I'm probably not, I don't know how I even discovered this, I just did.
You're not the OG butter grater?
No, I'm not. Excuse me guys, I'm not the OG butter grater. But, I'll show you how this looks. See? Looks like cheese. So let's give this a good pat. We're going to take our thing.
Spatula.
Yes. And we're going to go in and just stir this and get all this butter melted. The butter, when you add the butter, it makes it creamy and silky. And it also helps it cool down really quick. So you can see how my butter's all gone, guys, from grating it in. So now, I'm going to show you guys how to get the eggs out of here, okay? You're going to take a bowl, a mesh
strainer.
Right. And you're going to pour this in here. Now you really don't need to do this step, but I'm going to say really you do. Because you don't want to eat eggs in here. Really, you don't. You want to taste cream and smoothie, and you don't want to have any baked eggs. So we're going to stir this around, guys. Get all the custard out of it. Now you can see it's coming out here. So what I do is, I just scrape it down the sides of the bowl because it's so much easier than trying to turn it around and scrape it up and down and all that nonsense. So let's give it another scrape. Okay. Now we are almost done. I'm telling you guys, you gotta make this. This is just, it really is sunshine in a jar or a bowl or whatever you want to put it in. It's light, airy, fluffy. Now, you can see it's coming through. I will show you the bottom of this in a second. Okay, now we're all done. Okay.
You can see all the
now you
big
can
lumps
see,
in there.
Oops. You can see all the eggs, the lemon zest. It does give a flavor while it's cooking, so don't worry about losing it. But you can see all those eggs in there. It's not going to affect the taste. It's still beautiful, but you don't want this in your custard. Yeah, curd. That's the word I'm looking for.
You especially want to rinse that off.
Yes, immediately. And that's what I mean. Come look at this. Come this way since I'm over here. Okay, guys. You can see immediately I'm rinsing this immediately, because if you don't, you're going to get stuff stuck to it, and you don't want that. You want to do that. You get to see me wash something for a change, because I don't normally wash stuff when I'm on here. But this is an exception, because I don't want this to sit. So that's rinsed. Remember I said about rinsing your grater? That's important too. Rinse your grater. Just enough to get the basics off, and then you can wash it later. Okay, now, all right, we're gonna have to put this in something, okay, guys? And I did forget stuff again, but that's why this is not a professional show. So I'm gonna show you how this looks, guys. Oh, now, come here, Scott. Now you guys might think this is super thin, but it's not. As soon as you put this in the fridge, it's gonna get cold and it'll be perfect. Oh my God, it's so good, guys. I am not kidding you. Now, there's a trick I need to tell you guys. So let's put this in our bowl. You can see how smooth this is. Oh, you see my husband dancing. I have music in the background. He can't dance for nothing, but he makes me smile. So you can see it's like silk now. And that's what the butter helps with, and to cool it down. So what we're gonna do is, if you put this in the fridge without putting saran wrap on, let me show you what I mean first. I don't know why, I just know to do it. And I don't know why.
Because if you put it uncovered, it'll get a hard skin over it, because
Right.
the surface will dry out.
I don't know the science behind it, but that's what I do know. So, I didn't do this side right.
You want to make sure it's touching the custard itself.
Right. Okay. And it normally is much easier, but Scott, I have nails, and Scott's always complaining about my nails. So here, guys, let's see how it turned out. See what I mean? About it touching the custard. So, or the curd. So now this is done. Immediately put this in the fridge, guys, okay? So, now that our custard is in the fridge and cooling, in about an hour or two, it'll be ready to eat. I mean, you can eat it warm if you want. Hey guys, so remember I said a couple hours? I've had it in a little longer. Now, I'm going to show you, see this here? If you didn't have this on your lemon curd, this would all be skin, which is kind of gross. But since I'm gonna try this and put another piece on, I just want to show you. You can see how thick this is. Well, thicker, sort of like a pudding consistency. And there it tries. And you can see how smooth it is, like from when we took it right off the heat, and it looked kind of curdled, kind of gross. When you strain it, put the butter in, it looks absolutely divine. Now, I have to try it since, well, one of us has to do the dirty work. Oh, I love the tang. Guys, it's delicious. Try it. Leave comments. Tell me what you think. And I'll be back at you. That doesn't even make sense, guys. It's been a long day. Try this and leave comments, and I'll catch you next time with another video.